I've been a fan of Milo Yiannopoulos for a while. I got to see him talk here in San Antonio when he came to Trinity University, and I've also just seen a fair amount of his lectures online. I really like the guy. I followed him on Twitter up until he was permanently suspended from Twitter. But over the past year, I haven't really been following him as thoroughly as I had in the past. I just kind of went a different way. I went a way of more, reserved. Milo was a little too flamboyant and he goes a little too far, and clearly that's the case because in this past week, controversy has appeared about Milo's gotten in a bit of controversy this past week, as I'm sure everyone knows, for his infamously absurd, his infamously, I guess, dangerous mouth got him in trouble again because of a video that's been going around, making the circuits on CNN and shit, of Milo on the Drunken Peasants podcast, a podcast that I've watched in the past. I like it. He was on there. I don't know what to say. Milo Yiannopoulos is not a pedophile. This whole brand new media storm, I'm just trashing people for what they say. I can't even believe it. It's getting to the point of absurdity. Before Milo this week, you had PewDiePie last week. PewDiePie, who was tarnished as a fucking Nazi. A Nazi, for making Nazi jokes. For making fun of Nazis, he was called a Nazi. That's the opposite of what you should be calling him. Nazis don't make fun of Nazis. Nazis don't make fun of Hitler. They like that guy. He was making fun of Hitler. And if these people were so stupid they couldn't see this from the clips they pulled together of PewDiePie, I'm surprised they were able to graduate college and get whatever shit degrees landed them propagandist jobs on cable news. What happened to Milo was similar. They took clips from Joe Rogan, from the Drunken Peasants, where he said some things. He said some controversial things. Probably things he said he didn't fully believe. He'd let his guard down. He was probably thinking he was hanging out with safe people, people he could really say anything with, and that their audiences would understand. And Milo went on about, his experience as a 13-year-old kid with older men, and how he said it could be helpful in forming young gay man's own ideas of sexuality. It's not too bad. It's not the worst thing. I'd prefer if, 13-year-old boys weren't fucking grown men. But it's not the worst thing that's ever been said. It's not like he said, let's just get all the 13-year-olds and let's just start boning them all the time now. No. In fact, he, later in the Drunken Peasants, I watched the entire clip of it, said that he supports a consent law. That there shouldn't just be no law. That there should be one around 14 or 15, which is about where I have to say the consent law should be. I lost my virginity at the age of 15, and most people I know lost them around 15, 16, so I don't see why people that are so clearly sexually active and actually do have bodies that are ready to reproduce, I don't understand why we segregate them from the rest of the population. Tell them they can't have sex. Maybe Milo was trying to get a point like this, but he didn't really. He said it fairly bluntly, and he said it unpalatably, to say the least. He acted like some could perceive him as being predatory in his comments, but I don't. I think he was making a joke. PewDiePie was making a joke when he mentioned Hitler. Milo was making a joke. A little gallows humor about a priest molesting him when he was a child. Speaking of gallows humor, I wrote a funny joke today. I don't think it's probably actually not that funny, but I liked it. If I am ever going to be executed by hanging, my last words are going to be, I will not stand for this.